Good morning, everybody. So there should be a pop-up on your screen that you have to hit so you can see me, but I think I mentioned this. Oops, there we go. The recording will only be of me, so we're not recording you for everybody to see, but we do record these so that you have access to them. If there's a week where you can't make it to a workout, then you can do one of the videos. And I think I gave everybody access to the shared drive. So if you have any issues being able to access them, let me know. Hello, Jane.
Coming.
Hi, Lily. Sharon.
Coming.
You're fine. And Tom is finally going to see a doctor about his knees. I think he got sick of me pestering him so much, but he's at the doctor. And then Lynn is back next week. So and there's Nancy.
Hello. Hi, everybody.
Hi, how are you?
Great. And you?
Nice to see you. I'm doing good. Okay. All right.
I want to warn you up front. I did something to my lower back. I'm not sure. Okay. I think it's out of whack. I hadn't seen my chiropractor since the end of March. So if I stop and not do it, it's bothering me.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. Do what you can. I'm not sure I don't think the program today involves a lot. So what you might do, especially if we're going to do any hinging.
And some of it might help put it back in, but I know it's out.
Put it back together. Put it back into whack.
Yeah.
All right. So we talk 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So everybody's here. We can get started. Hi, Gwen.
Hi.
How's everybody else feeling today?
Just yucky.
All right. Well, like I always say, my only goal is that you feel better when you leave than you did when you arrived. That's then my job. Then I did my job. All right. So I'm gonna keep everybody unmuted unless you feel like you're gonna have background noise. Then you can mute yourself. That's totally fine.
I'm gonna mute mine for a little while because my little vacuum has decided to come in here now.
Okay. Oh, all right.
I can work around her. She can't work around me.
I love it. Yeah, can't stop it. I think they get confused if you try to tell them what to do, right?
And I'm going to mute because I make far too many rude comments. Just whatever.
Okay. At least you're honest.
It would be good entertainment.
I love it. I love it. Yeah, Nancy knows in the other class, Siri, she's the queen of the comments when it comes to the exercises. So definitely entertaining. All right. Okay, so we're gonna get started. First day of June program. We're gonna start with just a little bit of breath work, and then we'll go into some balance. So I forgot to mention we're gonna use one of your ankle loops. I would say, unless you've been using one of the medium ones already, if you've been in other programs, use the second to lightest or the lightest. So you should have 5 different options, one of the lighter 2, because we're going to use it for balance work mostly. And then you're going to use a long band, and I would go light or medium if this is your first class, or if you've been using the heavy, go ahead and use the heavy. So, and they should be listed on there, I think. Now, my colors are different than yours on some of them, so I'm always bad about saying which colors they are. But if you have any questions, let me know. All right, so I want to come away from the back of your seat. So we're going to be unsupported here. Sharon, be careful with this one. So we're going to sit up nice and tall. And I just want you to bring your hands to your thighs. And I want you to focus on, as you inhale, I want you to focus on drawing your shoulder blades together. So they're coming back and we're opening through the chest. So you can almost slide your hands back on your thighs to help open through the chest. And now I want you to think about your, when I say core, I mean all the muscles from your chest to your hips, basically. So all the muscles in the trunk here are your core muscles. So when I want you to activate your core, which means I want you to think about your navel drawing towards your spine. So we're pulling back. We're not squeezing too hard, but we're keeping them engaged. And give me one more deep breath. Think about 3 counts in and 3 counts out. Now I want you to keep opening through your chest. We're drawing those shoulders open, but now I want you to just slowly drop your chin down towards your chest. So we're keeping the shoulders open, chest is open, but we're lengthening out through the back of the neck now. Keep breathing, keep drawing your navel in towards your spine. And bring your head up. And now we're just gonna let your head fall over to the right. So we're lengthening out to the side of the neck, and I want you to reach your fingertips out to the left. And for these, we don't want to force it. Obviously, just let it fall where it falls. We want to try to go directly to the side, so not forward or back. Good, and back to starting. Do the other side, head over to the left, reach to the right. And back to starting. Now we're going to do a quarter turn to the right. Drop your chin down towards your chest. You're going to feel a nice opening through the side of the neck here. If this feels comfortable, you can bring your left hand back behind and kind of pat yourself on the lower back. Not pat yourself. Your palm is away from your back. Sorry about that. And that just helps intensify the stretch a little bit. Good. Back to starting. Let's do a quarter turn towards the other side. Drop your chin. If you want to, you can bring that other hand back behind. And back to starting. So remember, we want to be kind of towards the seat, front of our seat here. I want you to open up as wide as you can through your chest. This is the only time I'm going to tell you to round your upper back nice and slow. I want you to point both hands forward, reach, tuck your chin, round just slightly through the upper back, and then we're going to do that again. So open, take a nice deep inhale, and exhale, reach forward. Good, and again, open, and reach. And one more time, open and reach forward. Good, let's come back to starting. Okay, I want you to bring your hands up in front of your face. So we're gonna do a 90-degree bend through the elbows. I want you to press your forearms together. I want you to press your palms together. So we're squeezing through those chest muscles. And now I want you to open. We're keeping that 90-degree bend, and I want you to just open through the chest as much as you can. Give me a nice deep inhale. And exhale, do it again. And again, one thing I'm constantly reminding everybody of is to keep your neck relaxed. So as we open here, make sure your shoulders are staying down away from your ears so we're not scrunching up through the shoulders. So nice and relaxed here. And let's do that one more time. Press together, squeeze the chest muscles, and open. Now stay here. Okay, again, we're relaxing through the neck, and nice and easy. I want you to reach up as high as you can with that right arm. We're trying to get a full range of motion here. So all the way up, then I want you to pull that arm down, and we're going to do the other side. So still getting warmed up here. Good, and again. And other side. Good, and one more time. And last one, other side. Good. Let's bring your hands down by your sides. Give me some shoulder rolls here, just towards the back. So still opening through the shoulders. And now we're going to warm up through the core a little bit more. We're going to do these later in the workout with our bands, but we're going to start with just body weight. So I want you to bring your right arm out. Left hand's going to come behind your head. Again, we're trying not to bring the shoulder up. We want to keep the neck relaxed, nice and easy. I want you to reach all the way down. We're just bending at the torso, just at the waist. Nice and slow. We're going to reach all the way up and over, full range through that arm. Good. So the idea is trying to make your arms as long as possible here. We're not leaning too far over. Remember, we're just moving the upper torso, keeping the core nice and strong. Very nice. Let's do one more. Good. And rest. Good. Relax here for a second. Shoulders down and back. And let's do the other side. Arm out to the left. And reach down. And then slowly reach all the way up. Shoulders and arms should feel warm by now. Good. Core is nice and strong. And one more. Good. And bring the arms down. So one thing I like to do first class of the month, especially if we have some new participants, is we're going to practice bracing. So we haven't actually done this in a while, but basically what this does is it's kind of showing you what you should be feeling when I say engage your core muscles, because a lot of times it's hard to understand what that means until you feel it. So what we're going to do is I want you to straighten your arms, and I want you to put them on the edge of your thighs towards your knees, but not directly on the knees. So all we're going to do is I want you to lean forward, or I want you to try to lean forward. Obviously your arms are stopping you. So we're doing, this is called an isometric hold. As soon as you do that, you should feel all the core muscles right here engage. Okay, so you're trying to lean forward, your hands are stopping you, but the core is doing the work. Good, now we're gonna release. Sit up nice and tall, give me an inhale here. Let's do that again, straighten your arms, try to lean forward, press your hands into your thighs. So we're bracing here, keep breathing through it. We don't wanna hold our breath, and release. Sharon, is this okay on the back so far?
So far.
All right, one more time. I want you to lean or try to lean forward, arms stay straight, lock in the core muscles, breathe, 3, 2, 1, release. Good. So could everybody feel what I mean when I say activate the core? Awesome. That's all we had to, that's all I wanted. Here we go. We're going to start with knee raises on the right. So idea is I just want you to get your knee up as high as you can. You can hold on to the bottom of the seat, and I want you to raise up, slowly lower down, raise up, slowly lower down. All we're doing is warming up through the thigh now. Okay, so now we're going to add a kick. So we're going to do a knee raise. I want you to hold that leg up, and then we're going to kick that foot out in front, squeeze the front of the thigh, slowly pull it back in and put it down. We're going to do the same thing. And again, we want to try not to round through the upper back as you're kicking forward. Try to stay up nice and tall so hands can be down by your sides holding the chair. Knee raise, kick, pull it back in and down. And one more time, kick, nice and slow. Come back in. Good. Let's do the other side. So knee raises first. And so the upward movement obviously is when you're lifting, and downward movement is lowering. The lowering part is just as important as the lifting. So if we're lifting with control, we're lowering with control with every movement that we do. So keep that in mind as well. So if I say slow and controlled, that's what I mean. Good. Now we're going to add that kick, knee raise, kick forward, squeeze the front of the thigh, pull it back in and lower. Good. Lift, kick, and lower. Let's do one more. Lift, kick, and pull it back in. Very nice. All right. So we're going to warm up through the hips quickly, and then we're going to stand up and start our balance work. So I want you to bring both knees over to the right. All we're going to do is we're going to focus just on the left leg here. So I want you to raise up as high as you can. Do a big circle out to the side. Put the foot down, remember slow and controlled, and then we're going to do that again. So the idea is to get through all angles of this hip joint, and you do it with control. And you can keep holding the back of the chair. That helps kind of keep you upright. Good, one more. And let's do the other side. So thighs should feel getting warmer now. All right, so other side, holding the chair, raise up, big circle over, and repeat. So the idea here is to lubricate through the hip joints. That way when we're doing squats and balance work, they're warmed up and ready to go. Good, let's do one more. And rest. Okay, so before we get up, let's grab that band, the ankle loopy band, and we're going to put it above the knees. All right, so that's where we're going to start. So if you want to do it before you stand. So as we go to our balance work today, keep your chair nearby. Now, obviously the goal is always to be able to do this without holding onto a chair, but if you feel unsteady or you want to have it nearby, or if you need to hold on, that's fine. So before we go into our balancing, we're just going to do a little bit of shifting around so I can kind of, so you guys can kind of feel what it is like to activate through the glutes, because I use the word glute a lot, but also like if somebody's never showed you where you should feel it, then it's hard to imagine what it is. But if you've been doing this for a while, you hear the word glute about 50 times during each class. So first thing we're going to do, we have the band here. Now the purpose of the band is if we keep tension on the band, then we keep our glutes activated. So that's why I like to keep the band above the knees when we're doing the balance work. All I want you to do to start is I want you to shift your weight forward, and I want you to feel where the glute activates as you come forward, and then we're going to step back. We're going to stay on one leg. So the idea is keep that tension in the band. And when I say tension in the band is we don't want the band to pull our knees inward. We want to fight against that resistance. That's where the glutes do the work. So squeeze through here. As soon as you shift your weight, you should feel that the glute activate. Do one more. And then we're going to switch sides. Same thing. Shift your weight forward and back. So we're putting all the weight on that front foot and back. Good. Just a few more. Give me 2 more. And back to starting. So again, remember, if you want to have your chair nearby, we're going to put it to the side probably because we're going to do leg raises to the front. So we're going to start balancing on our right leg. So when I say cup your foot, what that means is I want you to press all the corners of your foot into the floor while pulling up on the arch of your foot at the same time. So you're making like a cup onto the floor. Okay, so that's where the stability starts. And then we go from the ground up. We want a little bit of a bend in the knee. Okay, we keep the tension in the band, not necessarily pressing out, but not letting the band pull our knee in this way. We keep the glute activated. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to stabilize here. We're going to stand up nice and tall, and I just want you to bring the other knee straight up. As soon as you raise that knee, you should again feel that glute lock in. Okay, keep the tension in the band, pulling up on the arch of the foot. You can do it without holding on. That's the ultimate goal here. And we, you know, everybody's at a different pace. So whatever feels best for you. This is always about what you're doing for your workout today. Good. We're just going to keep holding. Try to focus on something that's not moving. So sometimes looking at me isn't the greatest idea for balance. Depends on the day. All right, slowly bring that foot down. Okay, we're going to reset. We're going to do the other side. So same thing from the ground up. Press the corners of the foot into the floor. Pull up on the arch of the foot. Keep the tension in the band. Lock in the glute. We're going to raise that other leg up and hold. So the idea is think about if you're pressing out into the band, we're not physically doing it, but think about doing that, then you should be able to keep that glute activated the whole time. We also want to make sure we stand up nice and tall. You got the chair there if you need it.
So is it standing leg glute that I should be feeling, or the one I'm lifting, or both?
The one that is standing. Yep, the stabilizing leg. You got it. You'll feel a little bit of tension in that thigh of the leg that's raised, but that's about it. Good. Slowly lower down. All right, we're going to do that again. I want you to cup the foot, pull up on the arch. Right leg is stabilizing, so right glute's where we feel it, and lift. So we're going to add a little bit of movement on this. So once we feel stable here, all I want you to do is I want you to put that front foot down, and then you're going to lift it again. So hold on to the chair if you need to, but now we're practicing destabilizing by shifting our weight, coming back to that stabilizer on the right side. Good. Do it again. Shift forward and lift. So basically, we're just deactivating and then activating. So practicing in everyday life how to activate the glutes coming from a place of not activating, basically. Let's do one more. And rest. Okay, let's do the same thing on the other side. Cup the foot, pull up on the arch. Tension in the band and lift. Strong through the core. Keep drawing the navel in. And let's go ahead and shift. And back to starting. Good. As soon as you pick that foot up to bring it back up, we squeeze into the band, activate that glute. Give me 2 more. Great job, everybody. Last one. Pause here and rest. Good. All right, shake it out. This time we're going to stand in front of our chairs. So all of that, getting the glutes warmed up is good because we use our glutes for squats and we want the glutes to stay activated through every phase of the squat. So the reason I keep the band on is because we want to keep that tension in the band the whole time. Glutes stay active. So the idea is to keep the knees right where they're at for the whole squat. Don't let the band pull your knees in. So we don't want the knees to knock in. Okay, so this is just a reminder here. We're going to cross your arms over your chest. We're not going to sit all the way down. You're going to use the chair as a guide as if you were going to sit into it, but then we're going to stop just a couple inches off the chair. All right. Remember, watch those knees. 3, 2, 1. So the chest stays up. Tailbone goes almost to the chair, and then we stand up nice and tall. We want to keep the glutes active the whole time. So keep that tension in the band. Don't let the knees come in. Good, good, good. Nice and slow on the way down. The reason we want to go slow is so we can focus on keeping those glutes nice and strong. Good. Give me a couple more. We got 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. All right. So could everybody kind of catch on to what I meant by keeping the band on? Knees are staying right where they're at, so they're not coming in. Core stays active. We want to try not to lean too far forward with it. We're doing this another round, same exact thing. All right. Arms over the chest. 3, 2, 1. Good. Keep the tension in the band. Keep pressing the knees out, or not physically pressing them out, but pressing into the band. Good. Yes. Very nice. Nice and slow, both directions. 10 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Awesome. All right. So let's take a seat. Okay, we're actually going to take the band off now. So we're going to do one more round of squats without the band, so you can kind of feel the difference. I want you to imagine that the band is still there, so we keep the glutes fired up. And we're not sitting all the way down. Same thing as before, we just don't have the band this time. So let's start in a standing position. Again, we're going nice and slow, arms over the chest. Okay, so the other thing that you can do to kind of remind yourself to keep the glutes fired up is imagine your feet are pressing into the floor and then trying to rip the floor apart with your feet. Okay, so if you physically kind of do that, you feel the activation through the glutes. 30 seconds here. 3, 2, 1. Very nice. Good. Chest stays up here, so you're sinking your tailbone back like you're trying to reach the chair with it. Remember, nice and slow and controlled in both directions. Good, good, good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Very nice. All right, so let's take a seat. So now we're going to, with keeping all of that in mind, we're actually going to sit down and stand up. Okay, so like we did in the assessments the other day. Again, as you're standing up, you want to watch those knees. You want to make sure that they're not coming together, because that's what we do when you start to get fatigued. Okay, so make sure the knees stay right over the feet. And we're going to stand up nice and tall. And we're going to sit all the way down each time. Okay, so again, we're trying not to lean forward. We're trying not to use momentum or gravity to get the job done. Our glutes are doing the work, and our core is nice and strong to help stabilize. All right, arms over the chest. All right, chest stays up. 3, 2, 1. Good. And watch those knees, nice and slow, sit all the way down. We're going as slow as we can. We want to control it without sinking into the chair through gravity. Good. Slow and controlled. Good, good, good. Watch those knees. Excellent. Everybody looks great. Chest stays up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Okay, how's everybody feeling? Thumbs up so far? Any knee pain, I guess, or issues? Everybody's good? Everybody looks good? All right, so grab some water. Need to give you, I sometimes forget to give you water breaks, but grab some water. And then when you come back, we're gonna grab your long bands. So yellow for everybody should be the lightest one, and then red or pink is the medium. And then blue is heavy. So if you know, whichever one you feel like doing today, we're all going to be doing the same exercises. Now, options for when we do arms, you can do most of these from a seated position if you want to stay seated. If you need a little bit more support through the core, that's fine. If you want to do them standing, that's fine too. Everybody's you know, different from day to day. So first exercise. These are called reverse flies, so we're working through the upper back muscles. We're going to grab about a little bit wider than shoulder distance apart. So your hands are about 2 feet apart holding the band. I like to put my ends into a ball because I don't like the band flying around everywhere, but completely up to you. So that's what this looks like. That's why my band looks so short. Also helps with grip. So you want your palms down. Okay, we're going to be about 2 feet apart. We're going to stay a little bit lower than shoulder level. We're going to pull the band all the way to the chest. arms stay straight through the entire movement. So we're here, pull all the way back and come back to starting. So you want to keep your neck relaxed. We're squeezing those shoulder blades together as you pull back and come forward nice and slow. You just want to come far enough forward to where the tension almost stops. Good. Very nice. You should feel this in the back of your shoulders, the back of your arms, and all your upper back muscles. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Great. Okay, rest for a second. You can do some shoulder rolls. All right, we're going to add on to that for round 2. Same exact movement, except you're going to bring one arm slightly up, one arm slightly down. So you're going at a diagonal, but it's the same movement. So arms stay straight, and then you're going to come back to starting, and then we're going to switch sides. So just slightly higher, slightly lower. Good. Yep, arms stay straight. Perfect. Everybody looks good. Still feeling it in the same muscles. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. All right, rest. Shoulders and back should feel warm. So let's give them a break, and we're going to do a little bit of chest work. So now you're going to take the band. We're going to bring it back behind. You're going to bring it all the way up so that it's underneath your armpits, going around the upper back. Okay, so on these, we want to make the tension pretty tight. So the tension starts right at the armpit. All right, we're going to come into a little bit wider stance. I want a little bit of a bend in the knees. We're going to punch both arms forward towards the front. So arms stay straight. We want to try not to round the upper back. So keep your chest open, and then you're going to pull all the way back. So full range of motion is all the way straight and then as far back as you can bring them. Good. Good. We want to try to keep the neck relaxed here. That's always the challenge on these. We should feel this through the front of the chest, a little bit in the arms, front of the shoulders. Good. Everybody looks great. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. We're going to stay here because we're going to do one more round. We're going to add on to this one. All right, so again, we want to roll the shoulders back, chest stays open, nice long neck. All right, so this time we're going to do one arm at a time. So we're going to alternate right, left. So push with one, pull with the other. You can do a little bit of a movement through the hips here, twisting through the core, but not much. We want this still to be all in the chest muscles. Good. Ten more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Everybody looks great. All right, for the next one, we actually are going to sit down.
I need to ask a question.
Yes, please.
Only thing I'm feeling is triceps on that.
You'll feel you'll feel it in the chest when we start going a little bit heavier, but triceps is normal too. When we do anything chest wise, you'll feel it in the back of your arms. Yep.
I've got the lightest band, not doubled, so maybe that's why.
Could be, yes. If we would have gone longer, you would eventually have felt more in your chest, I think.
All over.
Yes. All right, so let's take the middle of the band. I want you to put it underneath your right foot. That didn't help. Yeah. So middle of the band, underneath the right foot. You're going to take both straps or both ends of the band to the inside of your knee. And then I want you to grab both straps with your left hand. And we're going to grab probably about knee level. You can adjust it to make it easier or harder. So if you were to grab higher, that'd be easier. Grab lower, that'd be a little bit harder. So the band is doubled now. Okay, so we're going to bring your other hand to your thigh here. Okay, I want you to sit up nice and tall on this one. This is called a row. So we're going to pull that elbow back towards the back of the seat, as far back as you can get it. And then you're going to come forward. As you come forward, you don't have to lean forward. Just going to go through the range of motion through the arm. So pulling that elbow back, keep the elbow in. So we're squeezing through the upper back and mid back muscles. Very nice. Think about your thumb coming towards your abdomen. So that's going to be your full range of motion right there. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. So right through here is where we should have felt most of that, a little bit in the arms. Okay, let's go ahead and switch sides. We're going to step on the band with our left. We're going to row with our right. Okay, so hands going to come to the thigh. This helps stabilize the core. Okay, pull all the way back. Thumb comes towards the abdomen and then slow on the way forward. Remember, we're controlling in both directions. Good. Elbows coming as far back as we can get it. Very nice. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. All right. One more seated. We're going to take the band underneath both of our feet. So we're stepping on the middle of the band. So this is just going to be a double arm row now. So what we're going to do is I want you to take either end of the band. I want you to cross over in front. So you're going to crisscross and then you're going to grab the ends of the band. Okay, so we're going to grab a little bit lower than knee level just because the band is not doubled anymore. So we want to make it a little bit harder. I want you to sit up nice and tall, roll your shoulders back. So starting position is here. Okay, nice and strong through the core. Okay, we're going to pull both elbows back. Your thumbs are coming towards your abdomen and then slow on the way forward. Good. Squeeze your shoulder blades together as you pull back. Good. Think 2 counts down, 2 counts back, 2 counts forward. Very nice. Good, good, good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Great. Okay. Now, before we get up, we're going to adjust our feet because the next one we're going to be standing, but I want to get it underneath your feet before we do that. So again, we're going to go back to the right foot. So both ends of the band in your hands, step on the middle of the band, and then you're going to take both straps to the outside of that knee. You're going to grab both straps with your right hand only. So starting position looks like this. You got both ends of the strap, right hand. All right, so now we're going to stand up. Those side bends that we were doing in the warm up, we're going to do those now with some weight added. So I want pretty wide feet. Okay, probably about shoulder width apart. A little bit of a bend in the knees. Now remember, we're not going forward or back. It's like we're in between 2 panes of glass. We're just reaching to the side. You're sliding that hand down towards the knee. Then we're going to come all the way up and over. Good. And so going slow and not letting that band pull you down, resisting it is where you're going to get the core work. Good. Keep the navel drawing in and keep breathing. We don't want to go too far. Sharon, especially be careful on this one, but just think about sliding your hand down towards your knee, lock in the core all the way up and over. Everybody looks great. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent. Okay, so if you want to sit down to switch sides, you don't have to. We're going to stand on the band with the other foot. Now from a standing position, you just want to be sure that you get enough resistance. So once you have the band situated, just make sure you're grabbing pretty low on that band so you have enough resistance. And then once you're here, lock in the core, wide stance, a little bit of a bend in the knees. Hand behind the head, good, nice and slow, 30 seconds. Here we go. And the reason I have you kind of over exaggerate is because we can really work both sides. Good, everybody looks great. That speed is perfect. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent. Okay, one more exercise with the bands, and then we're going to get into some cardio. So we got both ends in either hand. We're going to take a narrow stance on the middle of the band. And then I want you to readjust your grip so that the end of the band is like this. So your thumb is up. We're holding either end. Now, if you grab a little bit lower, it's going to be a little bit harder. Whatever you're feeling today, we're going to do bicep curls. So before we do anything, starting position, roll your shoulders back. Okay, keep the core nice and strong. Full range of motion. We go from a straight arm, bent, thumb comes all the way to the shoulder, and then slowly lower down. So from the side all the way up and lower, then we switch sides all the way up and lower. So the key here is we want to keep those elbows in, working through the biceps. Good. Good, everybody looks great. Yep, full range of motion, nice and slow, especially on the way down. Good, good, good.
He's whining.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. All right, bands are going away. We don't need bands anymore. Grab some water. We're doing a quick breather. We have 2 different cardio exercises that we're going to get through today. And I'll show you a couple different levels. So remember, if you want to keep your chair nearby, I would either have it in front of you or off to the side. So we want to have enough space to move around. All right, so this is probably my favorite exercise just because it's full body. So first exercise is going to be high knees, right? So option 1, we're bringing those knees up. Again, you want to make sure that you're not leaning forward. Chest is open, knees are coming up as high as we can get them. Okay, option 2, you're going to do opposite arm, opposite knee. So if you raise your left knee and your right arm, and then opposite. So side to side, again, your chest stays up, we're not leaning forward. Option 3, this is going to be the most challenging, both arms, one knee. Okay, so whichever one you want to do, you can start with one, switch to the other, it doesn't matter. We want to get your heart rates up. We don't want, don't overexert yourself, work at your own level. All right, so we're going to do 20 seconds of high knees or knee raises, and then we're going to do 20 seconds of side steps. So there's no arms on this one. You can have them on your hips, whatever. We're just going to go step right, step left. Okay, we did this in the assessments the other day. So the idea is, the challenge is to go as fast as you can. If this feels good, you can add a little hop if you want. If your balance feels good, just make sure you're going to stay light on your toes. Okay, we don't want to be flat-footed on this one. Okay, so we're doing those 2 exercises. We're going through 3 times. All right, knee raises first. Get ready. Chest up. 3, 2, 1. Okay, so here's option 1. Remember not to lean forward. We're bringing the knees to your chest, not the other way around. Option 2 is one arm. Option 3, you can do both. 10 more seconds. The idea here is we want it to be rhythmic. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, rest. Good, so we get a little bit of a breather. You have the option to take a seat in between exercises. You can grab some water or just move around and catch your breath. All right, side steps. Round 1, here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So they don't think that these necessarily have to be really wide steps. We want more to be able to go faster. Good. If you want to add that hop, you can. Good. Everybody looks great. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent. Everybody looks so good. All right. We're doing a 20-second break if you want to grab some water, and we're doing round 2. And if you want to switch up the level for the knee raises, you are more than welcome, or stay where you're at. It's totally up to you. We're doing this 2 more times through. All right, knee raises first. Here we go. Get ready. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice job. Nice job. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Okay. The other thing I forgot to mention is we can at least do the knee raises from a seated position if you want that option as well. Sometimes I give that option to Tom if his knees are bugging him, but everybody looks good. All right, here we go. Side steps next. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And remember, you can just use me as a guide. You don't have to do what I'm doing. You don't have to go at the same pace or the same level. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Great. All right, we got that 20-second break. We're doing one more round and then we're going to cool down. Went by fast today. All right, grab some water if you need it. All right, knee raises coming up. Last round, here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice work. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. Okay, one more exercise, and then we're gonna cool down. Side steps coming up. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice work. 10 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent job. All right, so move around a little bit. We want to bring those heart rates back down. Grab some water. We're going to grab your chairs. We're going to have a seat and do a couple of seated stretches. How's everybody feeling? Everybody looks really good. And the format's not always the same. Sometimes we skip around a little bit. Sometimes we do more cardio and less strength. Sometimes we focus more on balance at the beginning. But I didn't want to scare off the new people, right? So I had to be nice. Had to be nice today, right? I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. All right. So let's sit up nice and tall. And I want you to let's bring your arm out to the side first. And then you're going to bring it all the way across the body. And then I want you to just gently pull right above the elbow there. So you're going to feel this through the back of the shoulder. And again, we want to try not to round. I know it's hard to do in this position, but think about really staying open through the chest, relax through your neck. Good, release. Let's do the other side. Arm comes out and across. And as you all know, well, most of you know, I'm open to any and all feedback. And if you have questions or whatever, shout them out, send me an email, text me, whatever you want to do. Good, bring your arm back. Let's do some shoulder rolls towards the back. Okay, now we're going to come towards the edge of our seat. Okay, I want you to bring your right foot straight out. So your toe is going to be pointed up, so your heel's on the floor. Okay, you're going to bring the other hand to your thigh here. And then I want you to reach towards that toe. So you're going to feel a stretch through your hamstrings, the back of your leg. Good. And slowly come up. Let's do the other side. Left foot straight out. Right hand to your thigh, reach. Good. Slowly come up. So you can come a little bit farther back on your seat here. So we're going to do a couple of twists since we're nice and warm. When we go into a twist, I want you to think about using your abdominal muscles to try not to use your hands to crank yourself into the twist. We're going to use the ab muscles here. So we're going to sit up nice and tall. Okay, both hands can gently press onto the right thigh. And I just want you to twist. I want you to look over your right shoulder. So you should be able to like raise your hands up into the, off of your leg and still be in the twist. So that's where we want to feel it, is through the abdominals. You really think about drawing your chin towards that shoulder. Nice deep breath. Good. Slowly come back to starting. Let's do that again. Nice deep inhale and exhale. Let's twist and look over the other shoulder. Just gently holding on to the thigh. Good. Release. Back to starting. Bring your arms straight out in front for me. And we're going to take a nice big opening through the chest here. Thumbs are up. Give me a deep inhale. And as you exhale, I want you to cross at the elbows in front, and I want you to reach all the way around, almost grabbing the back of your shoulders. And if you relax your neck and relax your shoulders, you should feel a nice stretch here. Good, let's do that again. Give me a nice deep inhale, open. If you can remember how you crossed them last time, try to do the opposite this time. Slowly come in front, cross over, reach back around. Good, release. Okay, hands are just gonna be down by your at your sides. And I just want you to let your head fall over to the right. One more time, reach to the left. Back to center. Head falls to the left, reach to the right. Back to center, and we're gonna take 2 deep breaths to finish. So I want you to reach out to the side, really long arms here. Give me a nice deep inhale, keep that core nice and strong all the way up. And exhale all the way down. Good, and one more nice deep inhale, reach all the way up. And exhale all the way down. Very nice. All right, that's it. Went by fast today. How's everybody feeling?
Pretty good.
Good.
I want you to, especially since the first day of the month and we did a lot of technique stuff, which I like to do first of the month, just a reminder for everybody else. And then whoever's new, you know, there's terminology that I use that probably nobody else has any idea what it is, because I make up my own words sometimes when it comes to exercise. So, and you'll get to know it, but I can't overemphasize, you know, the importance of making sure the glutes are activated, core is activated. Those are the 2 main stabilizers that we really help us through every movement we do. So that's why I focus so much on them. And like I said, you'll get sick of hearing the word glute and core for sure, but it's important. Anyway, pay attention to how you feel tomorrow. If you're overly sore or something like a joint hurts, please reach out to me and let me know. If you're tender, that's normal. It may not be tomorrow, maybe the next day. You know, most people say the first time they cough or sneeze, that's when they're like, oh, that's my core. So anyway, keep me posted. And then if you have any feedback, any questions in general, please reach out to me.
I really noticed it after the assessments we did on Tuesday. So
Good.
I've been doing nearly enough glute work, and it's so important.
It is. I mean, I tell my story of, you know, when the COVID first started and I just started doing workouts inside, body weight stuff without lifting weights. I, for whatever reason, stopped using one of my glutes altogether, and I had a really bad back injury from it. So even for me, who thought I knew it all, it can happen to anybody. So that's why I overemphasize it now. So I just don't want you guys to get hurt, but you did great. You did really good.
All right, thank you.
Fun.
And welcome,
Right.
welcome to Jana. Good to see you, Lily, and everybody else.
Oh yeah, did everybody meet each other? You guys all met each other on
No,
Tuesday?
I didn't meet Jane.
So,
Oh,
I met Kim a time, or Lily a couple times ago. So
okay.
yeah.
Good. Awesome. So great to see everybody, and have a great weekend. I'll see you
have a
Tuesday.
great weekend.
All right, thank you.
Take care.
Bye all.
Bye everybody.